In this video, I'm retrofitting xenon headlights onto my Volvo XC70, a car that was never meant to have them. These lights actually came from my donor car, which unfortunately had an engine fire. I had to sand and polish them back to life. Fair warning, this is purely experimental, so proceed at your own risk. First, I unscrewed the 3 bolts holding the ballast, which is located underneath the headlight. I disconnected the 2 plugs from the ballast, the power input and the output that feeds the bulb. The power connector features a specific locking tab that you have to push in. I unclipped and removed the D1S bulb. After that, I used some wire cutters to snip the original zip tie holding the wiring harness together. This procedure is necessary because the headlight expects a ground signal from the car, but the corresponding pin on the car's connector is empty. Here you can see how I've stripped the insulation off the brown wire. Then, the same way I stripped back the black wire, which is the original feed for the ballast. Now, we need to connect them together like this. I used a small piece of copper wire. Now I'm joining them together with the wire, not being too careful yet, as I need to test it first. Here's how I twisted them on. Now I connected the bulb to the cable that originally powers the ballast using 2 wires. In order to fit the H7 bulb in place of the D1S, I had to remove this holder. And now for the big test. Let's see if we can actually get the car to fire up this bulb. Check it out, it worked. We have light. I put the ballast back in just to seal the opening. If it's not connected, then it's just acting as a plug. I went to buy some Osram H7 LED bulbs. They were too wide at the base and wouldn't fit, so I had the idea to grind them down using a bench grinder. You can see how much I ground down. It looks absolutely sick with the LEDs. I noticed one of the headlights was fogging up while it was still on the donor car. After checking it, I found a crack and decided to seal it with super glue. The adjuster motors were getting hot, likely due to a lack of a control signal, so I decided to disconnect the connectors. I installed both headlights and I couldn't wait for it to get dark. They were shining so well. Everything was going smoothly until it wasn't. After some more testing, I found the problem, a loose connector. Totally my fault. Not bad for a set of headlights that survived an engine fire. Thanks for watching.